Private Jake Morrison had seen his share of ancient ruins across the galaxy, but the crystalline tomb on Kepler 442b felt different. The structure hummed with an energy that made his tactical scanner go haywire and his teeth ache. His squad had been sent to investigate what orbital surveys suggested was a weapons cache left behind by the long-dead Vorthan Empire. "Command, we've got something here," Jake spoke into his comm unit, running his gloved hand across the smooth obsidian surface of what appeared to be a sarcophagus. "Looks like some kind of stasis pod, but the tech is way beyond anything in our databases." The response crackled through static. "Copy that, Morrison. Intel suggests the Vorthans were working on bioweapons before their civilization collapsed. Proceed with caution and document everything." Jake's squadmate, Corporal Lisa Hayes, approached with her scanner beeping frantically. "Energy readings are off the charts, Jake. Whatever's in there has been dormant for at least 10,000 years, but it's still alive." The tomb's surface was covered in intricate symbols that seemed to shift and writhe when viewed directly. Jake had studied enough xenoarchaeology during his service to recognize warning markers when he saw them. Unfortunately, he had also learned that warnings usually meant something valuable lay beyond them. "Look at these inscriptions," he muttered, taking detailed photos. The Vorthans were scared of something, really scared. The symbols told a story of an ancient war, a being of immense power that had nearly consumed entire star systems before the Vorthans managed to contain it. The final glyph sequence was clear enough. A warning that the seal should never be broken, that what lay within was too dangerous for any species to control. Jake's scanner detected a small control panel hidden beneath millennia of crystal growth. Standard protocol demanded he wait for the science team, but his unit had been taking heavy casualties in recent weeks, and command needed results fast. The war against the hegemony wasn't going well, and every potential advantage mattered. "Just a quick scan," he told himself, carefully exposing the alien interface. The moment his scanner's probe beam touched the control surface, the tomb began to glow. Ancient systems awakened with a subsonic thrum that vibrated through the ground. Jake stumbled backward as the crystalline surface started to dissolve, revealing what lay within. She was beautiful in a terrifying way. 7 feet tall, with alabaster skin that seemed to absorb light, and eyes like twin black holes that drew in everything around them. Her limbs were perfectly proportioned but somehow too long, ending in fingers that tapered to razor points. When she drew her first breath in 10 millennia, the very air around her seemed to dim. "Oh, hell," Jake whispered, raising his rifle. The being's eyes opened slowly, and when they fixed on Jake, he felt something cold wrap around his soul. She smiled, revealing teeth like crystalline daggers, and spoke in a voice that resonated through dimensions. "Finally," she said in perfect English, somehow plucking the language from his mind. "I am Vera, Queen of the Blood Nebula, Devourer of Worlds, and you, little creature, have given me the greatest gift imaginable." Jake's training kicked in. He opened fire, his plasma rifle sending superheated bolts directly into her chest. The energy dissipated harmlessly against her skin, and her smile widened. "Humans," she mused, tasting the word. Such delightful violence in such small packages. The Vorthans were wise to fear me, but they were also cowards. You, however, you freed me willingly. "Lady, I don't know what you are, but you picked the wrong species to mess with," Jake growled, switching to armor-piercing rounds. Vera moved, faster than thought, appearing beside him in an instant. Her touch was ice-cold as she lifted him by the throat, studying him with predatory interest. Such defiance, such fury. The Vorthans simply cowered and begged. "But you humans, you fight even when fighting is useless." Jake managed to trigger a grenade at point-blank range. The explosion threw him across the chamber, but when the smoke cleared, Vera stood unmarked, genuinely intrigued. "Remarkable," she said. "You damage yourself just to attempt harming me. This is either extreme stupidity or unprecedented courage." "Both," Jake coughed, struggling to his feet. "It's a human specialty." For the first time in eons, Vera laughed. The sound shattered several crystal formations and sent tremors through the planet's crust. "I like you, little soldier. In gratitude for my freedom, I shall offer you a choice. Serve me willingly, and I will make your species my valued lieutenants in conquering the galaxy. Refuse, and I will simply take what I need." Jake activated his emergency beacon, broadcasting his location to the entire human fleet in the system. "Here's my counteroffer. Surrender now, and we might find you a nice comfortable cell somewhere." Vera's expression shifted from amusement to genuine surprise. "You would call your entire military down upon yourself just to warn them about me, even knowing you will die." "That's what soldiers do," Jake said simply. The alien queen stood silent, for a long moment studying this strange creature who had freed her. The Vorthans had imprisoned her through treachery and overwhelming numbers, fearing her power. But this human faced her alone, and still chose defiance. "The Vorthans sealed me away because they recognized a superior predator," she said finally. "But they never understood that true strength comes not from power, but from the willingness to use it despite the cost. You humans possess something they lacked." Jake kept his weapon trained on her, though they both knew it was useless. "Yeah? What's that?" "Insanity." Vera smiled. "The beautiful, terrifying insanity to fight against impossible odds simply because it is right. The Vorthans calculated risks and chose retreat. You calculate the same risks and charge forward anyway." The distant rumble of approaching dropships filled the chamber. Jake's backup was coming, though he doubted it would matter against this cosmic horror. Vera moved to the chamber's exit, then paused. "I have fed on fear for millennia, little soldier. It sustains me, gives me power. But you offer something far more interesting than terror." "What's that?" "Respect," she said. "Keep your weapons, human. When next we meet, perhaps you will show me more of this beautiful madness your species calls courage. The galaxy will not be the same now that I am free. But perhaps that is not entirely a tragedy." With that, she vanished into shadow, leaving Jake alone with the realization that humanity had just gained the most dangerous enemy in galactic history. And somehow, he couldn't help but grin. After all, humans had never been ones to back down from impossible fights.